Godzilla Minus One is already out here in America, and all I can say is, god damn, that movie was so good. Easily in my top 5 best Godzilla movies. Hell, maybe even top 3. I just think it was that good of a movie. I loved everything about this movie, the characters, the music, the acting, the Godzilla sequences, and everything else. The CGI for Godzilla wasn't bad at all. It looked very good, just like I mentioned when I reviewed the teaser trailer. The human characters were all quite likable. I didn't find myself hating any of the characters. It's mostly because the film takes place after World War II, and you see how the Japanese people are suffering, especially the ones who didn't go to war and are still affected by it. It makes you feel sympathy for the characters. It makes you feel bad for them. And there's like no human villain or anything like that in this movie. It's not like the MonsterVerse cartoonish villains who want to destroy the world just because they're evil. The main character of the film, Shikishima, is a kamikaze pilot who fled from his job of being a kamikaze pilot and ends up on Odo Island and encountering Godzilla. With this sequence occurring at the very beginning of the movie, and something I really need to talk about since Godzilla in the sequence is small. He's like around 30 feet tall and with a very different appearance. A little bit more T-Rex like, and this entire sequence felt like something out of a horror movie. It caught me off guard when I was watching it, and similar to the Godzilla origin from the Heisei era, this Godzilla mutates and grows into the 50-meter tall Godzilla. Another favorite sequence that I liked was the one with Godzilla chasing the small mining boat. This scene just felt like a Jaws movie, and I thought it was fantastic. This is also the first scene that shows Godzilla's regeneration, and I was surprised as to how quickly it regenerated. Because Godzilla ended up getting like a huge hole blasted on the side of its head and quickly regenerated from that. Before the movie even came out, I kept hearing rumors that Godzilla was going to battle the Nagato battleship, but that didn't happen. And instead, Godzilla battles the heavy cruiser Takao, which I was very excited about. I really love seeing naval combat in Godzilla movies. I really love the whole military versus Godzilla scenes in the movies. Kind of upsetting how the Takao went down very easily though, but there was an impressive display of Godzilla's breath during this scene. The whole attack sequence on Ginza was also very well done. I noticed some references here and there to the original Godzilla film, especially the reporter during the attack who had almost the exact same dialogue like the reporter from the original film, except with a couple of changes and some additional dialogue. And it's also in this sequence in which I realized that my boy Shikishima just can't catch a fucking break. It's like if Godzilla is just out to torment him personally. Really felt bad for the majority of the characters in general, and had me on the verge of tears. Last time a Godzilla movie almost made me feel like this was King of the Monsters in 2019 with the whole Serizawa sacrifice. Some scenes were just painful and nothing but suffering. But now I want to talk about the final sequence in which the plan to defeat Godzilla was put in motion, and with the help of the destroyers Hibiki and Yukikaze, which I was excited to see. But this entire part of the movie was just amazing. The method they used to defeat Godzilla was very unique compared to the defeats of other Godzillas from the other movies. The new rendition of Godzilla's march theme during this sequence was absolutely phenomenal and made the whole final confrontation so much better. The final part of the movie just made me feel sad but happy at the same time, because Shikishima finally gets his happy ending. The movie ends with a piece of Godzilla's tissue starting to regenerate, hinting that Godzilla will come back. But I think this is going to be like one of those Godzilla movies like GMK and Shin Godzilla that hints at a sequel, but nothing ever really happens after that. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I like this movie as a standalone film. And I also want to mention that I'm not like other Godzilla fans that complain about every human scene in every goddamn Godzilla film. Nor do I complain about the Godzilla screen time. It's not a Godzilla movie without human characters. But overall, I love this movie. I will definitely go watch it again in theaters. And also, thank you for watching.